Well, Funky Monkey performed well below expectations at Club Menangle last Saturday night. There had to be a reason for that poor performance. Unfortunately, there is one, and the news is not good. I'm joined by Robbie Morris to explain why Funky Monkey went as poor as she did, and also his chances on Saturday night. Well, Robbie, it's been a frustrating day so far. It's at Club Menangle, 3 races, 3 seconds. Any more, you make up a minute.
Yeah, no, I've been a little bit stiff today. They've all had their chance, just weren't good enough on the day. But yeah, 3 seconds are good. Pay the bills and keeps the wife off me back.
When you're in the soccer, we always expect them to be given every chance.
Well, that's it. I very rarely don't give them every chance. So they've all had their chance today. I was really happy with the 2-year-old trotter. Agent Maori was ultra consistent again, and I'm a Destroyer had a chance to win. I thought she was there to win and didn't, but that's life. She's a nice little horse, but she's no star. So she earned a bit of money for her connection. So we'll bounce back next week again.
On the subject of the 2-year-old trotter, Dream Big Aim High, it looks to be a progressive type.
Yeah, he does. He a fortnight ago here, he had to be scratched. He got a foot abscess and probably missed 3 or 4 vital days. And we've been chasing our tail a little bit since that. But he needed that hit out today, and he'll be much better for it.
Disappointing news coming out of last Saturday's meeting here at Club Menangle. Funky Monkey, Rob.
Yeah, unfortunately, she strained a suspensory in her back leg. So yeah, look, it's for a whole team around her and all her big ownership group, it is a bit of a kick in the guts. These things with horses, you can have so many highs, but you can have so many lows as well. But the vets are all happy that the prognosis is good. She'll go into a rehab program now, and I don't know if she'll leave home yet. I'm sort of just, me and Kez are just nutting over whether we just experiment with a few different things and just try and do a bit of walking with her and just keep her sort of controlled. And yeah, look, it's going to be a long road ahead, but hopefully we can get her back to her best in sort of 9 months' time.
Leigh Fitzpatrick also reports that his talented Trotter Mondi has also done a similar thing and will be out for 12 months.
Yeah, see, that's the part, obviously Blake's trotter raced Monkey a lot and Brent's second to Monkey a lot, but they're just going so fast these days. It's like anything, you drive a car too fast, something's going to happen. You'd not like to think that it doesn't happen, but it's part of the sport, and these horses are high-pressure athletes, and they get a lot of work done to them at home, and everyone tries to keep them as sound as they can, but unfortunately it's inevitable that something will go wrong eventually, and it generally happens to the good ones.
A few weeks ago you scratched Robbins Playboy, who was here for the Inter Dominion and didn't live up to expectations, but was scratched. Any problems there?
No, he just he had a temperature on the Saturday sort of morning or Saturday lunchtime, so same thing with him. We just had to back off him for a couple of days, get his temp down, pulled some bloods late last week, and they were much better again. So if his bloods are good this week, come Thursday, he'll end up racing next Saturday. But he's really good. He's a progressive horse. Just when he came, it was a bit of a rush for the Inter Dominion. He got sick. Then we spelled him, looked after him, and then he got another bug. So look, it's been a bit turbulent there, but I can't thank his owners enough. They've been really supportive of Kerry. These things happen in racing, and we just got to take it day by day, but he's really good now. Kerry worked him this morning and said she was really happy with him, so hopefully everything being sort of good, he'll race Saturday week.
Robbie, with horses, has it been hard to control things like that with their temperatures or bugs, as you said, due to the amount of wet weather we've had?
Oh, it's a massive problem. People don't understand standing in mud all day and the extra bugs and mites and mosquitoes that come with that. It's just extraordinary. There's all sorts of viruses and bugs running around at the moment that we've never heard of. And as trainers, you've just got to keep a good eye on them, keep an eye on their feed bin, keep an eye on their water, take temperatures regularly. Like Kerry said to me the other day, she said she hasn't had to scratch so many horses. Dream Big Aim High got a foot abscess. That's caused by too much water in the ground, gets in their feet, foot abscess. Robbins Playboy got a bug. We don't really know what his bug was, but you could probably suggest that it had something to do with the mud and all the mosquitoes and that about. So it's definitely playing a massive part in it. And, all trainers, not only Kerry, are set up for sort of all them things going wrong under these conditions.
And when you have around 50 horses in work, it just adds to the degree of difficulty.
Oh, well, it's not so much the degree of difficulty. You've sort of just got to go. We like to treat them all differently. So every staff member's got a thermometer in their pocket. So every horse that they touch or every horse they get out gets its temperature taken. So that's your first sort of sign. So as long as you keep on top of that, you can keep on top of most things. But yeah, it's been a bit of a pain. But look, you can't help it. We just got to roll with whatever gets thrown at us.
Robbie, a light book of drives on Saturday night in the first fair cruising. Very consistent, nicely drawn in one, but it is a tougher assignment.
Yeah, he's coming back to really good form at the moment. His last couple of runs at Newcastle have been extraordinary. harder race, but he's got the right draw. He'll sit behind leader. I'm not quite sure what on, but I'd like to sort of hold enough to at least be behind the leader. And he'll run another good race. He's going really good.
Dance for Glory in race 2. Disappointing last time out. Form prior consistent, but once again, tough assignment.
Yeah, look, he's going really good. His numbers were good again Saturday night, but tough assignment again. There just wasn't many races for him this week, Kez said, so he had to come back to Menangle. There was only, I think she said there was an 80 or 75 at Penrith and an 80 at Newcastle. So for him to race, and he likes to race consistently, he had to come here, but he'll run a race, but he'll need a bit of luck.
And you've been booked for the drive. It's Fergie Time by Kerry Towers in the Oaks.
Yeah, she's a really nice filly. I was lucky enough to drive her as a 2-year-old. I haven't drove her this prep, but I've been asked to drive her in the Oaks, which is good, and her run last week was really good behind Tough Love and the filly of Jared Outchin. So, look, I think there'll be a couple of nice fillies from Melbourne come up for it, so it'll be a good little race to see how she's going.
Robbie, a couple of months ago we had a very successful period of racing under the banner of the teal colours for the cancer ovarian research. Now this month around we've got the pink colours being worn. I must say you do look good in pink.
Yeah, I know.
But this time around it's for breast cancer, and this is very close to your heart and the heart of the family as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, look, it's I think first off it's a great initiative to be doing something for the McGrath Foundation. They do outstanding things, and obviously with my sister, unfortunately, getting it, she's just about finished her chemo now, which is really good, and watching her go through it all the way across the other side of Australia has been tough, but it's one of them things. She's in really good hands, and the doctors are really positive, which is great, but there's plenty of people out there that aren't lucky enough to be, doctors aren't positive, so I think we've got to do as much as we can for this foundation and really get behind it. I know Angie's told me that the McGrath Foundation is sending things to her all the time, just making sure not only is she okay sort of physically but mentally, and they do a lot of things for a lot of people across the world, and you can moan and groan about horses and temperatures and suspensories and things like that, but in the face value of things I'd sort of cop any day of the week that than my sister being sick right now, but one of them things, sort of it's life, but we're dealing with it pretty good and she's going good, so I'm pretty happy with it.
We certainly wish her well, Robbie, and also the family. But what a wonderful sport harness racing is, that we can get together like this, raise money, raise awareness for such important causes.
100%. I think we've got a really good product to show to people, and we've got a lot of people that in there. There's a lot of drivers wearing the pink pants. Every winner I think we drive, harness racing donates money, so it was really handy that I kept running second in the first 3 races. But I think we've got such a good sport, and everyone in our industry really gets behind people when they're having a tough time. So, obviously, without the Angie aside, I still think it's something we should be doing regularly to support money for all these people that are struggling with their families with breast cancer, and for the McGrath Foundation.
Well said, Robbie. As we said, good luck to Angie. No doubt it will be a very speedy and full recovery. We had no doubt about that. She's got that Morris blood inside. So we wish her well, and you just keep turning over those first, seconds and thirds to keep raising money.
I will do. Thank you.